10, 9, 8, 7.
Oh, you can't put me on the spot like that. I can count backwards. 8, 9, 10. Wait, no.
No, we did those.
6, 4, 1.
Did you ever play that game where you have to like all shout everyone in there's like 20 people and you have to count up, but you can't say the number at the same time?
Oh, I know which one
It's
you
a classic.
mean. Yeah. Terrifying.
I don't know about terrifying.
Terrified. Doom.
Doom. Sense of dread.
Yes. Impending dread and doom. Just looming. Looming and impending.
Oh,
You know, whichever you choose is correct. Oh.
sorry.
My.
I just
What's the doom?
made the stream black by accident. I don't know how I did that.
It happens.
It happens. Hello everyone. Welcome.
Hi.
It's stream day.
It's Stream Day. Where did that come from?
Comes but once, twice, approximately twice, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else it is? It is one day past Discover Weekly Day, so that's my plan.
You mean Monday?
Since... What?
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 That's what
I don't know her.
For Zoom is Monday's going to become Discover Weekly Day.
Yeah.
It's going to be lost to
Exactly.
time. That's how these things happen.
Yes.
Do you consider yourself a Zoomer?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna ask me if I identify more with the millennials or the Zoomers, it's gonna be Zoomer, but it is on the cusp, so it's
Yeah.
like, you know, some things are too far for me.
Hmm.
How about you? You're in the millennial.
I was born like right on the year where most people's like say it could go either way, so
Yeah.
so I'm fellows. I think have we spoken about this before? I'm sorry, I'm a broken record. Maybe I am.
You know what? That is fine because I'm sure no one remembers that.
As long as everyone's forgotten, it's okay.
Yeah. And because this is a post-pandemic world, you know, memory of time is just not a thing anymore that we can.
Yeah.
At least I can't process time.
Mondays
in the
is
same way.
no longer Mondays.
No.
And everything else as well.
Mondays is no longer Mondays, and everything else as well.
Truly a post-pandemic world. I do think they'll you know, in 20 years' time, I was saying this the other day that there'll be like a when people who never weren't even born during COVID are like 18, 19 or whatever.
Yeah.
There'll be this like concept of the COVID generation or something, which will encapsulate probably like, I don't know, 50 years or something of people, but I think it will. Who knows though?
Yeah.
Maybe, and then I can't wait to tell my kids. I'll be like, and we couldn't go to the supermarket. We had to queue up for bread, and they'll be like, "Stop talking, Granddad. I'm trying to download
And they
games."
sold out of toilet paper, and in Norway they sold out of potatoes. It was a crisis.
I'm trying to download games directly to my brain, Granddad. Stop talking. It's my Discover Weekly Day.
I mean, by that point, there's not going to be a Discover Weekly Day. The algorithm will be so integrated
True.
into the brain that...
We will be Discover Weekly. I don't know. We will be serving the algorithm. We will be the algorithm. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
I'm
At
older
that
than
point,
you.
they'll have so many cookies that they'll just take over
amassed so many
identities.
cookies. We'll never know what it is to amass that many cookies.
Only the olden days of Cookie Clicker can tell.
I'm older
Good
than both of you,
times.
but clearly spend too much time online. Is there too much time
Yeah, but,
online?
but don't you have moments where you see something that's like younger Gen Z and you kind of go, okay, I'm old. I'm older.
Older Gen Z.
Oh, yeah, well, you know, because, or I guess. Wait, hold on. What is the range? When does it become Gen Alpha?
Oh, I have no idea. 2000
Born
and...
between. Oh, see, yeah, I actually. Okay. So I've seen mixed things, but
Mhm.
yeah, so I am Gen Z because it's 1997 is when it starts, and then
Oh, okay.
2012 is when it ends, apparently.
2012.
So
That's when I started sixth form. How old are they now? 2012? 11? Yeah.
yeah, so they're 11-year-old Gen Zs. So I guess what I mean is like, you know, the young teenager Gen Zs
Yeah.
have a different Gen Zing than
I mean, it's always
things
going to
that
be
make
a...
me feel older. Roblox, yes, and the Skivity toilet. See, yeah, I don't know what that's about.
I don't know what that is. I might have to be educated on that.
I I barely know what that is, but Roblox, I see it and I just go, back in my day, we were traumatized on Second Life and IMVU, and now
Roblox
there's
is...
child
Hasn't
labor on
Roblox
Roblox.
been... It's been around for ages, hasn't it? Yeah, I do associate it with
it
child
has.
labour. I don't... Child labour's maybe not the... I don't know. Yeah, it's sort of
Yeah,
It is
well,
child labour, but...
yeah, but like maybe the taking away of
Yeah,
the stealing of creations by children.
yeah.
I don't know.
What were
Oh, I
those...
have some good Discover Weekly contenders. I'm listening to a song right now called "The Bedroom of the Absent Child."
Spooky.
Maybe because they're on Roblox. um,
Did we establish whether
kinda
I'm the oldest around here? I'm not sure, Sparrow. Feel free to... If anyone thinks... What's Gen X... Wait, Gen X is... That's younger than... That's pre-baby boomer, isn't it? Baby boomer is the one after Gen
Yeah, I
X,
think
isn't it?
that's the
And
one
then it's the
that's in the
forgotten
middle.
generation? I think.
Yeah.
Gen X isn't so old, though.
Nah.
I wouldn't say. I know, I've got plenty of Gen X friends. Solid millennial.
as opposed to liquid millennial.
Liquid millennial. Yeah.
Ethereal millennial. That's a new username.
And with our powers combined.
Oh, there are day lists. I did see that briefly, and then I never. But that is, I should look at that because that is like made for me. Um, how do I access the day lists? How do I get in? Because there's the daily mixes, which is something different that's been around. What's a day list, and where do I get one?
Isn't there like some kind of AI DJ now on Spotify? But
Yeah, I
like...
think that might have to do with it. Yeah, like they go like, I'm gonna switch it up for
Yeah,
you now.
yeah, it's like actually talks. That sounds sick. I was like, I might try. I'm not subscribed, so I would need a...
I searched day list and it gave me Goblin Core mix. So like, I mean, you
Yeah?
know what? A lot of these songs in this, like half of the songs in this playlist, I have liked, and even some that I haven't liked, I like. So maybe I should follow that playlist. Where I haven't seen the AI thing. Maybe it's not available to me, like a lot of things. It should end with Tuesday afternoon.
So we're getting our week now. That can be Tuesday.
Well, there is an artist called Tuesday Afternoon, so I don't think I can actually search it. Mine is currently called Happy Home Afternoon. How do they know you're home?
Radio Free Feddy. Is that like a... Is that like... I'm just imagining it's sort of like a...
Oh,
Are
it'll
they
be under
musicians on the Fediverse or something?
Oh, I have a song from Caroline Polachek's like old, like before she was Caroline Polachek.
Oh,
when
is
she
that
was Ramona
Ramona
Lisa?
Lisa? Yeah. I
Yeah.
heard that the other day for the first time. It's a little bit... I couldn't quite get into it. I prefer her more kind of, but... because it is pretty out there, isn't it?
Your niche mixes. Are you ready for these? We've got rainy day indie mix, appropriate. And then we have vampire mix, morning mix, comforting mix, vapor trap mix, groovy mix, breakcore, creative. I love that vampire's just in there.
So are these
Like,
named?
they know.
Did a robot name these for you? Is that what's going on?
Apparently. Oh, right. It has a lot of songs that have vampire in the title. Or it has like Ethel Cain. Which
Yeah.
makes sense. Mitski's in there. This is good. And my playlist making career is ending before it even started.
Oh, I'll check that out, Sparrow. That sounds cool. I do like. It's fun to kind of dabble in like artists that literally nobody's listening. I mean, maybe that's not fair, but I'm guessing they're sort of lesser known artists. Like if you ever just browse the new section on Bandcamp, like someone who's literally just posted some work.
Yeah. You get the fresh,
always a gamble.
the fresh delivery.
Fresh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it, but maybe one day it'll pop up for me.
I listened to an album the other day, or no, it's currently that's putting it lightly. It's like my current obsession. It's this spoken word album, and I found out I didn't realize that all the spoken word is an AI voice.
Oh. What's it called?
It's called. It's called "The Head Hurts, but the Heart Knows the Truth," and by Headache. I believe the poetry is written by a human being. But then they fed it through. But there's some real moments.
I already like the song.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one?
Bucket Listener.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, of course. I know them well.
But yeah, it's just trippy. Like I feel like there's some genuine moments where they there's like a quiver in their voice, and where they'll like read out a long passage and it sound like they're just a little bit out of breath, like kind of stuff like that. Yeah, crazy. But actually, I think I was a bit thrown when I found out, but I think I like the album more now. It kind of sounds like there's a robot trapped behind glass or something, and is like desperately trying to tell you something. That makes sense. I think I would have felt very strange if it had been written by if I thought it was written by a person, but it was written by AI, because I feel like a lot of the lyrics I was like, you know, these are pertinent, these are interesting. Heard fashion stream and came running. You're in the right place, Paul. Welcome in.
Yeah, this I remember listening to this. It's very good.
I think Bucket Listener is actually my least favourite song on the album, so give the rest a go. Yeah, it's only up from there.
Yeah, it's a little bit more like, well, I don't know the rest, so I'll have to listen.
One that still look like an Amarak.
Yeah, I was gonna say we said Codecrafter, but this is like giving kind of poncho vibe.
Yeah.
Which is this is kind of like I have like a rain poncho that's similar to
Is
this.
it Amarak? Is that what I'm thinking of? Amarok?
Is it
No.
with an N? Anorak?
Anorak. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. So that's yeah, I know what you mean. Like it's more like a sweater, but it's weatherproof. A weatherproof hoodie.
I feel like it's
Kind of.
specifically, it's more defined by like the fact that it's half zipped and that there's like a pocket at the bottom. Is that an anorak?
Also, hi Paul. I didn't say hello. Thank you for taking pictures for Chris at WASD. Also, how was WASD? Oh wait, okay, now we're getting into the sound of orange juice and milk, and I feel the poetry.
Surely you can't be listening to that and me at the same time. Oh, is WAS like a convention?
Yeah.
Should know these things. Kagools, yeah, I think I was gonna say Kagool. Yeah, I remember my mum having different terms for all the coats. Now I feel like they're just coats now, aren't they? So a Kagool is like just the not very
A Kagool.
Kagool, yeah,
I've
it's
never
like
heard of that.
very little lining. It's like wearing a tent, basically, isn't it? That's kind of what I assume. Do you have like Packer Max or Macintosh? What's like a difference in a Kagool and a Macintosh? Packer.
Oh, I need to put on.
Oh, a
some,
Macintosh. Oh, okay. A
ambient music.
Macintosh is like a. I guess maybe because we have a thing in the UK at least called Pack-a-Mac, which would be like a coat that you can fit in a very small. It's essentially a Kagool, I think. I'm looking at Macintosh coat and it's mostly like trench coats. Mac in a sack. Yeah, it could be exactly. Yeah, just like that.
You know what? I just say what you will about the UK, but their naming of things is just so good. Like I know people romanticize Paris and stuff, but I romanticize London just because of the tube.
The tube. Do they not call it
Yeah,
the tube?
the announcements are
Oh,
just
right.
so, you know, there's just something about it.
We try. I think it's just a hodgepodge of many things. And since we were the inventors of English here in England, we have a bit more liberty with it, maybe. No idea. There's this guy on YouTube called Dr. Jeff Lindsay who like talks about pronunciation and stuff. I recommend watching his stuff.
Oh.
Just makes you think about language in like a. But it's all those. You know when you ever go on Wikipedia or something and it'll tell you how to pronounce something, and it's just like a load of complete nonsense symbols. That means like nothing to 99.9. He's like all into that. And I'm sort of slowly learning what some of them mean. Not that it probably, I don't know, I'm not sure what use it particularly has beyond, you know, the actual science of pronunciation. Anorak is more of a generic term for hooded waterproof coat. Hodgepodge. Yeah, do you know what hodgepodge means, Fern? That's got to be. Has that travelled? Actually,
kind of.
I went somewhere recently. I was in Albania last year and we went to this very small cafe and they tried to translate everything and hodgepodge was one of the words for one of the meals. And we decided to order that just because like we just had no idea what they thought hodgepodge meant. And I think, yeah, it usually just means like a random collection of sort of different things. and that's exactly what it was. We basically got a stew with like meat and veg and stuff. It's really good. I just thought it was funny.
That, you know, that's a good word for it.
Yeah, mishmash. That's similar. Yeah, it is a good word for it, I think. I put the IPA for my name on my badge conference last month, and 2 people complimented me for adding it. Oh, where's the? It's the IPA symbol. I'm saying I'm learning the symbols. I know what a schwa is basically. I've learned what schwa is. Oh, okay. International Phonetic Alphabet. I see. But I think the YouTube guy is a bit controversial. I think he's got kind of his own opinions on it. Because there's like 2 schwas that is like, one is like and the other is or something, and they're like very similar. It's a whole world. It's a whole world.
It's a whole world out there.
But I do advise. There's a lot of videos that made me realize, like, people who are trying to speak with an English accent. Yeah, I thought you meant India Pale Ale. I'll be honest. When I read IPA. But yeah, certain things like apparently like Germans, it's called the glottal stop, where you like instead of like flowing between the words, you actually do like a hard stop in between each word, which is quite common for non-English speakers, because I think in Germany they almost use it for every word, whereas English often has like this kind of bridge sound that we add between words. They don't teach you, and you don't know how to pronounce. You know, it's just something that you have to figure out yourself. I guess.
I remember hearing something about this recently, and I don't know where, but that's it. Yeah.
It could, yeah, okay. It could have been him. I don't know. Who knows?
I think it was a TikTok talking about different like a voice actor going through different voices.
Those are always interesting, aren't they?
Yeah. Because there's so many little. There's not just like pitch, but there's also, like you said, like the separation of the words, and
yeah,
just so many small details.
Or when it's like when there's someone from some other country, well, when they're like, here's an American doing an English accent, or an English person doing an American accent, or an Australian accent, sort of when those spotting when their accent is kind of slipping through, and kind of the telltale signs. But there's a good video on with the movie I don't even know how I would say it, but like why some people say Dune and some people say June, and some people say Dune.
Dune.
And yeah, it's quite interesting. But yeah, because it usually boils down to how some people on the internet are like, learn to read, say it properly, you're saying it wrong. But the reality is, like, they've all got some place in history and they all have some kind of origin. And pronunciation is rarely wrong.
Yeah, language is so cool.
I thought it was really interesting how, like, the iambic pentameter, like, the French apparently can't write poetry in iambic pentameter because their language just doesn't have it as a feature.
Oh, really?
Which just seems kind of crazy. I'm sure there's there must be other languages that can. Because French is very flowy. I think Tom Scott did a video on that. You probably could force it, but I don't think it comes naturally.
No. Well, it's just like how you can't convey music in the same way in Norwegian as you can in French. Like,
music?
I don't know. Yeah, like there's something or it's not scientific, it's just me. It's just my opinion. But it's just like the way that the Norwegian language is compared to, well, it depends though, because when you add in like dialects, it changes because then they can get more or less
Hmm.
like flowy. But the standard like Norwegian that we use, like, in documents and stuff, is very much like it's a lot more choppy than French, which is more flowy, if that
Mm.
makes sense.
Oh, so you mean like the
So
music of the language as opposed to like?
yeah, but also using it in
Oh,
music.
I see. Okay.
So like yeah,
Why do
I don't
French
know.
are
That's
French people doing that a
just
lot? Are they trying to?
no. It's just something because I listen to, or I speak both, so I listen to both,
I
and then
see. I
it
see.
kind of you kind of notice that, or like when I've tried to get my Norwegian friends to listen to French music, but I can't translate it. Like if it's poetry, it's like you said, like it doesn't translate
Mm.
well.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? I always wonder that. Like, I've read a couple Japanese novels recently. I finally finished the Wind Up Bird Chronicle after a year. That was
Oh,
exhausting.
nice.
I didn't realize how long it was. Actually, I looked because you can actually see the word count of certain books on a website I found, and just comparing that, and it's by far the longest book I've ever read. I didn't even realize. But anyway, but yeah,
Oh,
just books like that, and
no big deal.
another no big deal. I mean, it took me ages. I'm not trying to gloat, but yeah, and just how Japanese novels obviously you have to have someone translate them, and just what could get lost, and I'm sure much must get lost. Um, but I know people often work with translators they know and trust, and they to make sure it's coming across. But there's only so much you could ever capture, isn't there? I guess. Um,
Yeah.
what I always think is wild is like Chinese is a tonal language, and then like how that must impact singing. Like I know you can
Mhm.
kind of like I understand it, but it must just be another layer that is hard to write songs for because you're kind of almost. It's probably another option of noises you can make, but then you kind of have to use the right. There's probably certain words you can and can't use based on the tone. I don't know. Or maybe I'm overcomplicating it. I have no idea. It's possible too. This guy's going to start singing Wonderwall any minute now
with with his anorak,
with his anorak.
draw him a guitar really quick, get a fire going.
Oh yeah,
Or you still haven't seen Barbie, right?
I haven't, and I was telling
Mm.
everyone, oh, it's on streaming because I read it was on streaming on the 12th, and I didn't realize that meant it's you gotta pay. It's not like
Oh,
free.
it's like you can buy the movie.
Yeah. Which I think is like £16 or something. So
Yeah,
I'll
I
wait it
think
out.
it's supposed to be streaming on in November or something.
Okay. Yeah, I was surprised honestly. I was like, I can't believe it's so quick. Um,
Yeah, that would have been really
which
quick.
it
Well,
is.
to
I
be
mean,
fair,
yeah.
I mean July, like, oh, was it in July? Yeah, it was late July.
So
So yeah, a couple months.
couple months. Yeah.
Feels like ages because there's been so many memes that like I don't know, the internet just moves so fast.
It does. Well, I don't know how like DVDs. What was the average like wait time between a DVD and?
Oh, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, because I know that
How
used
long
that
is
used to get
Cinema
quicker and
2?
quicker, didn't it? I remember people being like, "Oh, it's straight almost already on DVD," and it would kind of be a marker on the quality of the movie. I think.
Um, 4 years ago. Today, most movies are released on DVD 16 to 12 weeks after their theatrical premiere, but this is not a steadfast rule.
Is that now or later?
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
If a movie is doing exceptionally well in theaters, the DVD release may be delayed, and if it
Hmm.
bombs, the release may be pushed up.
Yeah, that's right. I think you usually have to wait longer for better movies. When do we get Barbie mode in the garden path where all the outfits are shades of pink?
That's the Fern reshade. It'll be
Yeah.
coming later after release.
Exclusive
just,
reshade
that's
pack.
yeah, or it'll have to be a texture pack, I guess. Unless everything's just like, if it's supposed to look good, then it'll be a texture pack. But if it's just make everything pink, that'll be reshade. Oh.
I'm quite keen to get. I mean, one of the plans for the game has always been dyes, so you can change the color of the clothes.
The
So,
best.
in theory, you could do
You
it.
could be Barbie.
You could be Barbie. That's what I'm trying to get at. But yeah, you could do some kind of bit of code that just says to dye everything pink. But we're not quite there yet. The trouble is, I need to sort of color separate. So I draw this coat in all three, front, back, and side, and then color separate it, and then I'll be able to have it be dyed, which is possible, but it's something I want to work towards at least. It's similar to how all the residents have like different coloured trousers and coats and things. Same technology. We have the technology. Are there barbening barbening garden? That's a bad one. Are there gardening Barbies? There must be. Oh yeah. Comes with a little trellis as well. But yeah, I'll hopefully see Barbie in November then, I guess. Although they're bringing it back to theatres, aren't they? I've heard. Might have just made that up.
Oh.
In some places.
Did it ever leave?
Did it ever leave? Can I ask what game engine you've used to make the game? I want to make my own so bad, but it feels so overwhelming. I use Godot, which has been in the news recently because of Unity's new pricing model.
Yeah. Oh, I thought we had a command, but maybe we don't.
Oh, maybe not.
Well, that's how it's spelled.
And yeah, I say give it a go. I don't think it needs to be overwhelming. I think if you just set your expectations, I just set out to make a game where you could move a guy around and press A and it did things, and then it became the garden path. You just build things up over time. Yes, not Unity. But there's some good tutorials out there. There's a thing called GD Quest, which is how I learnt. And my advice is always to not follow the tutorials. Begin by following the tutorials and then use the tutorials to make your own stuff and break your own stuff. I think that's how you learn quickest. And yeah, if you ever want any advice, just send me an email or message me on Discord. Be happy to help. But if you already have programming experience, then you'll find it a doddle, I think. And if you're new to it, then no better time to learn than now. I did a couple game jams before starting the garden path, which helped me kind of figure out my way around things.
The game jams. Yeah.
Game jams are fun.
Yeah, it's too bad about Unity. That's.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people used it, but I hope Godot is able to, because I know it doesn't have a lot of features, but I think, like I said, if you just sort of set your expectations, just set yourself out, set out to make like a really simple 2D game, and you shouldn't have any trouble with Godot. I think Godot could pretty much do anything 2D. I think they're usually adding 3D features, certain physics things and shading things. I suppose that can be 2D as well, but yeah, look up GD Quest, download Godot, and just have a stab. See how far you get. I think there's a lot of stuff like the concept of an object and stuff. Like, I think they kind of assume that you know before you go into the tutorials and stuff like that. And I think I remember having this like aha moment when I realized like what an object was, like just as a concept.
What an object was.
Yeah, which is kind of that kind of thing, or what a class is as a concept. These are kind of like fundamental. I mean, it depends on the coding language, of course, but and I think I ought to have known that. I mean, I had the aha moment. I'm not saying I had it like last week, but you know, maybe a year or so into my development, so you know, a few years ago. But I'm not too sure how you'd go about learning those kind of like fundamental core concepts. I'm sure there's stuff out there. I'd love to teach some coding in schools. I think that would be fun. I don't know how I'd go about doing that. Because I think it's just not something they teach in schools, or at least they didn't for me. We just got to how to use spreadsheets. Oh, we talked about this last time, didn't we? We were talking about Microsoft Access when we what was that? I can't remember if you were on that stream, Fern. I'm not sure.
Microsoft Access. Yeah?
Maybe. I can't remember why it came up.
It's possible.
It's possible.
I barely know what's going on most of the time. So.
Yeah, fair enough. My first thought was maybe online courses like at Domestika. I have no idea how to choose what courses they make though. As an experienced programmer, I found programming first in Unity, then Godot pretty easy. I think that's the art. I think it's the art that's hard. Yeah, I think my understanding is games programming is quite easy. If you're like, you know, not trying to do anything crazy complicated. I remember mentioning to my friend that you could like whistle to fish. This was years ago in the game, and they were like, "Oh, well, I'm working with Microsoft to produce AI models, and would you like to have an AI model so the fish can like actually listen to the song that you're singing?" And I was like, I was just thinking of like making it a grid, and you could like move a thing around a grid. But I'm sure if I went down that route, then it would have been insane. And then yeah, art is just something that like you kind of just need to keep drawing. I mean, programming is a lot like that as well. You just got to keep programming and you learn. Turns out most things are like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, you have to do the thing.
I feel really bad though.
Sucks.
The other day, I was in London over the weekend. I was telling Fern before I came on, and we saw some friends, and they invited us to go bowling as like a on the whim. And they were like, we've been learning, we've been taking it seriously, we've been like watching tutorials and stuff. And I was like, I've always sucked at bowling. I haven't been bowling in like 15 years.
It's hard.
And then I went into it. I absolutely dominated them. I scored like 100 more points than everybody else.
Oh, also hi Paddy in YouTube chat.
Paddy is there. We don't worry about Paddy. He's all right.
All right.
He may or may not still be there.
Yeah.
I was in London with Paddy, in fact. Although I didn't go bowling with Paddy.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
he wasn't the person that I outbowled. But I just feel really bad because I don't think I didn't bowl particularly well, but I just wasn't expecting to even hit the pins. But I don't know. I'm just not that interested in bowling. I just, you kind of throw a heavy object at some some less heavy objects. But yeah, point being, you never know. You never know what you're going to be good at.
You never.
Thankfully, art is something I'm pretty confident in. Oh yeah, go for it then.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a big learning curve. I mean, I thought, again, to like how things look in games, I think that's like a whole other thing as well. Not to put you off, and it's a lot of fun. But I've learned just so much about like how my art sits in a game,
Yeah.
and like what you can and can't do and stuff like that. But like I said, I think that's almost, it could be even the most fun part of the game, is just figuring out how that kind of all slots in.
Definitely.
I love challenges, and talking about this is all making me so much more excited. Well, that's great. More people using Godot, making games. It's always a good thing. And yeah, I do recommend, if you get to a certain point where you're just, well, in fact, what I didn't know much about Godot at all. I've done a couple tutorials, and then I posted online, does anybody need an artist for a game jam? Just so I could kind of get used to just putting artwork in games, and that just sort of forced me to use Godot and get used to, working with the developer. Although it was an awful experience, I'll be honest. I'd never do it again. Well, I probably would do it again, but you never know who you're going to get when you sort of put an open invitation out.
Yeah, that's true.
And it wasn't the most fun time. I think there was a lack of communication a lot of the time. But as a learning experience, I value it quite highly.
The shadows they're really shadowing. They're coming along.
The shadowing.
The rendering. The rendering. Or whatever they say.
I wonder what the etymology of rendering is, because it's got a lot of applications, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Probably just
finishing the drawing.
It's like there's rendering on buildings. You render a video. Isn't to rend is to like make something like I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's almost like a debuff in a game.
Yeah. Render, to provide or give, to become or make. Wow, that's pretty open, isn't it?
Mm. Yeah, that's not very helpful.
No. It can also mean to surrender.
Oh, it's like a short
Yeah.
form.
He will render his immortal soul, is the example. Blimey, that's deep.
Oh, yeah, of course, just casual things.
Yeah, I hope I don't have to render my immortal soul anytime soon. I need. I'm counting on that. To perform a piece of music, a soprano solo reverently rendered by Linda Howie. I don't know. Spelled like David Bowie. These are just the examples Google's giving me. To translate, the phrase was rendered into English. Yeah, so I guess it's, But then how does it apply to a house? I guess because it's like, I don't know. Are you rendering the concrete? And then it becomes the noun render? I don't know. Weird. I don't know if I've spoken about this before, but apparently the longest debate on the Wikipedia forums is whether or not the page for corn should be maize or corn. It's a hotly contested issue among.
That's true because
But I didn't realize that the word corn and grain are like the same word, but just like stemmed, because they both meant, the same word, but just said slightly differently. Corn, grain. I'd sell myself
Oh.
for a nice deep pan pizza at this point. Don't get talking about pizzas, Paul. We did that last stream. It's a big mistake.
Are there pizzas in the garden path?
Good question.
Or
I
is
think
that
there's a
too-
pizza
too
oven.
modern?
Actually, let me just find out.
When were pizzas invented?
When were pizzas invented? I was talking about this literally over the weekend because we were getting pizzas, and I was like, pizza is such a human food, is what I was saying. And
It was
amongst
invented in the 1800s.
well, and then my mate said that they unearthed a mural in Pompeii, which had a picture of a pizza on it.
No.
Recently, I don't know. He brought it up like, if I go Pompeii pizza, Pompeii fresco. Oh, this was in July. That does look a lot like a pizza. Hang on, let me. It depends how you define a pizza, though. Like, this is the thing. Like, is pizza just bread with toppings, flatbread with toppings? In which case,
Here we go again.
in which
Is
case,
the slice of bread a pizza?
yeah. I think it's got to be a flatbread. I think cheese. It's got to have. Oh, I don't know actually. I think if you put a flatbread with tomato and mushrooms or meat, I think that would make it a pizza. I think it needs either tomato or cheese.
Well, I mean, people are out here making like tortilla pizzas too, so anything really qualifies.
Tortilla pizzas, yeah. English muffin pizzas. That looks like a pizza,
is
doesn't it? Can you see
Water
that?
fox.
Sorry, it's just because I'm trying to clear my cookies for the stream.
Oh,
Using like a
okay.
weird browser that I don't usually use.
I've never
Um,
heard of water fox.
It's like a weird offshoot of Firefox.
It's like a Vivaldi.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, I'd say that looks like pizza. You got some
Yeah.
white. You got a bit of white. This person is that a human?
Oh, wow.
Is that part of the mural? No, that's someone pointing at it, isn't it? I thought maybe they were like, check out this pizza. Is tortilla pizza a proper pizza, or are we just calling pizza because that's what it looks like? I think it's a pizza. I'm on team tortilla pizza is pizza.
I'm on team. It's kind of like a trend, like those, I saw a parody the other day of someone making like a healthy tiramisu,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of these health influencers will be making things that taste just like the real thing, but it really is just nonsense. And it was just like, putting some yogurt and like I don't even know what the breadsticky, what are they called, ladyfingers?
Oh,
What
yeah,
the
yeah.
ladyfinger substitute was, but
Lettuce.
it was just some coffee and some yogurt together.
Wow, it tastes just like I can imagine.
Well, that's what they say.
Yeah. It's not. I don't think the bread is not what's holding you back on a pizza if you're trying to be healthy. Well,
Well,
the flatter the bread, like okay, there is a little bit to
so
it.
that's so there you go. Yeah, it's like and there's is there? I guess there's not yeast in a pizza dough.
Oh yeah, there will be.
There will be.
Hmm.
So then there's that too.
What is like a health thing?
Well, I guess like it's like a bloating thing. But anyway, you can use grapes for baking cakes. Well, I mean, anything goes after I learned that you can substitute eggs with Coca-Cola. Apparently, in my vegan days.
Okay, the two things I'm guessing: grapes for baking cakes. Is that you're using the grapes to harvest the yeast from the grapes as then a rising agent for the grapes? And then eggs for Coca-Cola. I'm guessing the expansion of the Coca-Cola is used as like a replacement of the eggs bubbling and
so.
expanding.
Yeah,
That would be
not
my
to
guess.
Confused with Coke, because powders and baking and stuff. But yeah.
Because I know that you can. There was a famous three ingredient recipe for scones, which was cream, double cream, flour, and lemonade. Which kind of
Mm.
Kind of makes sense when you think about it. I think because
Acidity.
I think the lemonade can act as a raising agent. I'm not sure though. It's similar to eggs.
Yeah.
I've never tried it. Uh,
Huh.
this was before TikTok. I think this was going around like maybe 10 years ago.
Why am I always hungry? When
Yeah,
it
I'm
comes to-
sorry. We do.
I don't know. We're talking about putting Coca-Cola
Paul, you were the one who
in-
brought up pizza.
That's true.
Gee, why am I always so hungry anyway? Speaking of pizza, doesn't sound bad. My lactose. Oh yeah, sure. Maybe don't touch heavy cream. Has heavy cream got more lactose in it than, or is it just because lactose is the sugar, isn't it? Maybe it's no worse. I'm not sure.
I just know we're not supposed to have it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's probably binary. Or is this? I don't know if people are squeamish. This isn't. I don't think it's too bad. But the I have a big thing of kombucha in my kitchen, and the rubber band which was holding on the basically flies got into my kombucha because the rubber band
Oh.
popped. And there's a big debate online as to whether you toss the kombucha entirely or whether you you kind of
It's just some extra seasoning.
yeah,
some
yeah
flavor.
you kind of you because they I don't think they're able to get to the actual drink. They're only getting to the SCOBY, I know it's not technically the SCOBY. If I don't know if anybody's.
There's like a layer.
But yeah, that layer thing, which is you don't actually need. It's just it's kind of aesthetic. It protects it protects it from flies, I guess. But whether to discard the whole thing or just discard the layer on top. So I don't know if anyone's got opinions on that. I'm currently on I'm gonna try and salvage it. Team salvage.
Yeah.
Because apparently only certain flies carry human dangerous bacteria, and fruit flies don't, which is why some people use them for like that like cheese, I think, or maybe not actually, but there's like some cheeses that rely on flies to
Oh,
but
I did not know this.
well there's like that
information.
famous Italian cheese that you actually eat with the larvae still in it. Sorry if people are squeamish. Heavy double cream is higher fat content, yeah, I think so. Maggot cheese, yeah. Most things can be salvageable if you're willing to put in the effort. Yeah, I agree. So I think I'm just going to give it a go.
That's the quote of the day.
I mean, it's contamination, isn't it? I think that's the ultimate thing, and I think there's not much you can do when something is contaminated. I think that's the concept. But kombucha is naturally antibacterial because the culture itself is a living entity that wants to protect itself, and so it kills bad bacteria to a degree. Not my social life, that's long dead.
I feel like of any drink that was going to happen to, like kombucha is probably the safest one.
Yeah.
Been touched by flies, but yeah.
All right, I'll let you know how it goes then.
Keep us updated.
I will need to. I mean, that SCOBY is 3 years old now, and I just chucked it in the bin. It feels bad.
Have you been? Wow, have you been making kombucha for 3 years?
I mean, I've not been drinking kombucha, but I've been.
No, making it. Sorry.
I've been keeping it alive for that long, yeah. Which
is kombucha like a sourdough starter where you it's your child now?
It's if people want to get into something to ferment, kombucha is so easy. It's sourdough starter. I've forgotten my recent one. It's just been in the fridge and it's died. Kombucha will last like years if you neglect it. Because basically, as long as it
kombucha is this easy plant of fermentation.
It is, yeah. I think as long as it doesn't dry out, it's like fine. But I think, well, within reason, I think you need to, like, the younger it is, the more you need to keep feeding it, because, it builds up its strength as a culture. But yeah, I feel like I'm back at square one now. I don't know. Maybe not.
Oh, Discord just popped off. Damn.
Is what my stream to you?
Oh
no, twice. I see. Popped off.
Yeah.
And I learned, those flies, when it's like becomes around this time of year, September, October.
Yes, I know it well. I have so many flies in my house, and then
Yeah.
just, well, actually, to knock on wood, today, I haven't seen a fly in my bedroom, and that's nice because I was starting to worry that
Mhm.
something was wrong. But they're not fruit flies, so I'm like, is it fungus gnats again? But I
Well,
barely have any plants left,
if
so.
they're those big, like bigger flies than
Oh, they're
you.
small.
Oh,
They're
okay. Oh, I'm
small,
not sure
but
then.
they're not because the fruit flies I can identify because they're kind of brown and
Yeah,
orangey.
yeah, yeah. Those are the
But
ones that
these
were
are
in my
like more
kombucha.
black, tiny.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know the ones. There's, I think those are
the
just like
kombucha
classic, the
flies.
kombucha flies. Um,
Yeah,
but
so I
yeah,
don't
this
know what's
time of
happening.
year, you typically get the flies become, you get fatter flies that are really loud, and they like fly, they like
Mm.
hurl themselves at your window, and then they die on the windowsill. Um, and apparently those are completely different types of flies to the kind you're describing. And apparently they don't transmit any bacteria. I just thought that was cool.
Hmm.
But I
Yeah.
always assumed that flies just get dumb in the winter. I thought there was some kind of like weird evolutionary thing because they're really slow. They don't like react to you as quickly either. But they're called cluster flies.
Oh.
But yeah, and they basically they don't like eat your food or something. I can't remember. They don't lay eggs in your food. Oh, I just got a knock on the
Right.
door.
Yeah.
I'd better just run. One sec.
All right. All right. It's just us and the cluster flies. I personally do not have cluster flies near me, which is good. I'm going to close this tab full of flies and groups of them now. So anyway, flies, am I right?
Hello, hello. Good thing I did it. Was my new passport,
Oh, all right.
which I'm gonna need.
Yeah, I just got my new debit card as well, so I can finally actually book my hotel that I need to book.
All right.
Because I was trying to book it like a month ago, and it was like, oh, actually, you can't do this because your card expires before the stay. So, yeah.
It's crazy. Well, yeah, and passports. I was looking up. Apparently, in America, they allow you, if you're from the UK, up to the date of expiry. But then basically every single airline in
Really?
America doesn't allow that, so it's like completely useless policy. Which is why I've had to get my new renew my passport. Alas.
Yeah, I mean, isn't there's like a thing, at least in Europe, where like your passport has to be valid for
Yeah.
X amount of months after, just in case you get stuck.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. No, it's not. Well, again, the federal government says, but
Sounds like something the US would do. I mean, most of them don't even have a passport, so.
well, Americans.
Yeah, it's
Because
not
they don't.
common to
I
have a
guess yeah. Because I
passport.
guess you just you fly domestically, don't you?
Yeah, which sounds so wild to me because that's my only form of identification.
Really,
So,
you carry your passport around?
yeah, I have to. I mean, I don't have to. There is now an ID you can get for $50, but I am cheap and I never want to bother to go to the police or wherever you need to go. So I'm just like,
Fair
it's
enough.
it's fine. I've been doing this for years.
What about a driving license?
I don't have one of those.
Don't
Those are
have
even
one.
more expensive.
Can you not get a? It's pretty typical in the UK that you get a provisional license before you get your license,
Oh
and you
yeah,
don't
I guess
have to
so.
do anything, but you can use that as ID. And a lot of
Mm,
people I know would just get that.
that would be
Uh,
smart. I mean, I want to start learning to drive. It's
mhm.
just, you know, when, and I also don't really want to drive. I just want to know how to, just
Yeah,
in case I need in an emergency.
I learned to drive like 4 years ago, and I haven't driven since my test. So that
Ooh,
was a lot of good.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm not. I like trains.
Yeah,
Trains are
right.
kind of cool. I like traveling, but I know there's like limitations. When we need stuff taken to the dump, we have to like wait for a relative to drive to Bristol
Oh,
and then beg them to go to the dump with all of our garden waste and whatnot. Things like that.
yeah, yeah. It can be kind of inconvenient not having a car. So it definitely helps with the the grocery. What is this?
Just the
What is
froggy pinafore.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. I am screenshotting this and sending it to Aster right now, just in case they weren't aware.
We did this on stream. Maybe it was an Alex stream. It might have been actually.
I can't believe that the one of the few times that I'm away, I missed this.
Yeah, I know. This is a while ago now, I think. But I'm pretty sure it was a stream. It was a stream one. I think so.
Yeah. Wow. Well, now we need merch. If we don't get a Froggy Pinafore merch thing, I quit.
I don't even know how we'd begin to get pinafores produced. It's not usually something you get on these, these websites where you can they on-demand print T-shirts. I don't know if they usually do pinafores.
No, it would be very custom. Where's the banana T-shirt outfits?
Banana T-shirt.
Where's our guy?
Of our guy.
We need
Good
like
question.
a really minimal T-shirt that's just a white T-shirt and it's just our guy on it. Just no context.
That's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna manage expectations.
Can't believe this. I was looking at bootleg Baldur's Gate merch this morning, and of course there's all the Asterion T-shirts, and one of them has him on a Barbie logo, in the marketing material for the Barbie movie. There's the Mattel logo, I guess, the outline, and then the character, and this Barbie bites because he's a vampire, and I want that, but with Augustus or something. This Barbie, what's the verb for being a scout?
A verb for
this
being
Barbie
a scout.
scouts.
This
I guess,
Barbie
but it's not the same
quite
way.
the same.
The
No.
verb is kind of insinuating you're a scout for a patrol.
It could be
Anyway.
patrols.
Yeah, but that sounds so shooter gamey.
What would
I
it be?
guess
Sorry,
this
it wouldn't be
isn't-
Barbie, would it? Or it would be? Or
It
it's
would
this
be
this
this
bear,
Barbie.
this Barbie,
This Barbie.
and it's like a Barbie, but who's
It's like
dressed
this-
as Augustus.
No,
Sorry, I'm trying
it
to.
would just be Augustus. Hold on, this Barbie.
Oh right, but Augustus is suggested to be a Barbie. Is that right? So I'm just.
Yeah. He can stay in his
Yeah,
form.
I see.
Oh, there's
He
a
can stay in
generator
his
to
form.
do this. Interesting. Make your own Barbie meme.
Finally,
Ah,
we have the
Barbie
technology.
selfie.ai. Yes. I mean, didn't we wait? Am I imagining this, or did that actually happen around the Barbie movie? I feel like we probably had a tweet or something like that, or maybe I'm mixing everything up. It's all a blur.
I'm not sure.
Don't worry. I'll make a bootleg banana Redbubble tee for you.
Yes, please
Louis
produce
will never
bootleg.
know.
Please produce bootleg
That's how you know you
merch
made
for
it.
my game. I was saying that to someone the other day. No, I should probably not say this. Nobody bootleg my stuff, hey? Nobody. Or I'll come after you with the full extent of the law. And I'm not joking. Not even in Minecraft. I'm gonna... There's gonna be big lawyers of whom I know.
Of whom I know.
Of whom exist and I know. The only extent of the law I know is the fullest. But yeah, it would be cool if there was like some kind of Chinese knockoff of my game. Then that's when I made it. But
I would love to see what that would be like.
actually, what is is there anything you can do if that happens? Because then you just contact them and they go and they're under Chinese jurisdiction, and then that's it. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, let it be known. Something about the fullest extent of the law. No, it sucks if you've like slaved your life over on something and then something gets bootlegged and then that's like bigger than the thing that you initially did. That's no good. Yeah.
No, not at all.
I'm not sure if that happens very often, but maybe. Lanatio in chat. I hope I said that right. Thank you. The game is about froggy pinafores. It's about gardening. It's about vegetable people who come and live in your garden if you make it the kind of garden they want to live in. It's about furnishing your garden. It's about talking to animal travelers. It's about collecting old journal pages and froggy pinafores. I was only a little bit joking.
Also about the fashion.
It is about the fashion. Please don't send the lawyers. You put something in the Discord, did you?
Uh-oh.
It better not be the banana. Oh no, it's the banana. Lawyers are on their way. They saw it before I did. That's the scary thing. Oh, just decapitated our buddy. That's pretty good though.
Ooh.
It's kind of grungy.
Yeah,
Looks
you've
like...
got the cutout outline. See, that's exactly what I was imagining. Oh,
yeah, it's spot on.
I summoned them.
Looks like the kind of shirt you throw on, you know, you're hungover for your next gig, but you're just like too cool. And you're just like, oh, just give me that shirt. I know it's creased, but what's on it? Doesn't matter. I got to get to my next gig. Looks like that kind of shirt, you know? You know.
Yeah.
What's that? It's an abandoned banana character who won't make any appearance in the game's final release. Doesn't matter, just pass it over. Just pass it. I can't remember if the banana ever had a name. I don't think so. Make a really good addition to a special edition release. think we're
Yeah, I think we should hire Paul, honestly. Merch marketing specialist.
I think we'll be jumping the shark on that one. Jumping the banana. Maybe one day. You pre-order the extra special edition of the special edition coming out in 2035.
Oh yeah, the ultimate deluxe.
The ultimate deluxe VIP. Which comes with legal immunity. To allow...
That's what it is.
BOTY.
Not to be confused with the other one.
What's the other one?
With the extra O.
With what?
With a booty.
A booty.
Yeah. B-O-T-Y.
BOT botty. No one says botty, do they?
No. I'm just saying it's
Not
close.
to be, it's close enough, yeah.
Yeah. Not to be misspelled.
Tragically close enough. Not to be misspelled.
be auto-corrected.
Yeah. That would ruin me if that happened.
Truly. The banana awards. What even are they anymore?
This banana has a particularly crisp skin.
If your game was a banana, what kind of banana would it be?
Isn't there only like
Question
one
of the
type
day.
of banana?
Yeah, but you know, they're all at different stages.
True. I am a fan. I'm a fan of like a really, really green, crispy banana.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my
Oh,
my
nice.
choice.
I'm
as well.
glad. I'm glad.
This Barbie is high in potassium. It's gone full circle now. We need to put the banana in the selfie generator.
In the what? Oh.
In the Barbie. Here, Paul. You know what to do.
Is it actually AI?
It is a.
Maybe no one really
the
knows.
thing. Pretty sure it's like the official tool.
Oh
Look at
really? Oh,
that.
so the movie people used it. It's like a movie.
Oh no, I think
No?
I don't think the graphic designers used it, but then they made it a thing that you can also use.
I see.
Oh, they've also linked in the bottom of the website. They also link like a photo, like a background remover. They thought of everything. Just in case your banana didn't come with or came with a background. Uh-oh.
That's pretty good. I'm gonna post it. Oh. Shame about the eyes, but maybe that's kind of cool. I like how it's kind of it's like he's wearing his sunglasses, just sort of peeking through the two B's there. Wow.
It's beautiful. I don't think we can comprehend the power. You know, from this angle, when it's kind of like cropped out, it kind of looks like the Teletubbies' sun a little bit, you know? Like,
Yeah,
just in
with
the
the
corner.
spiky, yeah. Yeah, you'd never know, would you?
Happy accident. Yeah. Is the sun a banana?
Is the sun a
Debate.
banana? Discuss. No. But what is a banana? Is a banana a sun? A banana is we wouldn't have bananas if it weren't for the sun. I'll say that much. There's a lot of sunlight in a banana.
That's true.
Just think of all the
It-
sunlight that you're eating when you eat a banana.
Oh, we really what's the Timothy Chalamet quote? We scratched it, flipped it, and reversed it.
The slow blade penetrates the shield. That's my favourite quote of his.
Is the shield in the situation the frog?
Yes.
Is the chest plate?
The chest plate.
You know, you need armor to garden sometimes. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Is potassium good for you? Is it the thing that makes bananas radioactive? Technically.
Potassium?
Yeah, I think.
No, but I think potassium is important for you,
Good,
right?
is it? Is it a metal?
It's an essential mineral that is
Mm.
needed by all tissues in the body.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Better.
Other foods include avocados, oranges, low-fat milk, salmon, dried beans.
Well, I start my day with a banana, so I'm feeling confident.
You're all set.
I'm all set.
You could also eat sweet potatoes and potatoes, watermelon.
I found out the other day as well
Spinach.
that oats plus peanut butter is a complete protein, which has been my breakfast for 5 years. So
Oh, yeah, it's a solid one.
I'm rocking, and
that's-
now I'm
that's
getting all my
good to know.
potassium as well.
How much peanut butter are we talking? How much do we
I
need for
I
it
have an
to be
ungodly
complete?
amount of peanut butter. Like, I have
So
about.
you feel full for like 10 hours.
Well, I
after.
don't is the thing. I think I've slowly. It fills me up when I eat it, but I think my body just like consumes it and then goes, nice. Now what?
yeah, yeah. I've already had that one. What about the next?
Yeah, I think I'm just used to it now. Is the trouble? But I do like I like a like a 10 a.m. snack. That's my vice.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta have your. Oh, I ping pong between having a big breakfast and then a snack, or having a small breakfast and then kind of catching up. Because sometimes you can't. Oh no, what has Paul done now?
That's my favorite one, actually. That's pretty good.
I need to save
That's
this.
that's good.
reasons.
That one's good.
Oh, this is so beautiful. Thank you, Paul. I will use this every morning when I come into work now.
It has. It
She's
is
beautiful.
powerful. It's powerful.
New loading screen.
Yeah, it could be.
Can we make a stream transition that's just like,
Mm.
you know, this sun like zooming in?
How often are we transitioning? That's the trouble.
Well, it's only when we go between the starting and the screen
True.
and the end. So you
So
gotta.
what would happen? It would
stick around to catch.
it would be small and then get big and then get small again like that. Is that what you mean? Like a Batman
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like we could even have it spin if we wanted to. I'm open for commission. Do you need graphic design help? I can. Oh.
Well, it's an option. If you need graphic design help, I can put a banana in the sun.
What more could you possibly want?
No, I try and do my own graphic design so as to not feel like my degree was a complete waste of time.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty common thing to feel. Oh. I mean, understandably so. If you can put a banana in the sun,
I think
well, I don't know if Paul
it's
has
in my repertoire. I could do that. Might not be done with quite the finesse that Paul has done it with. Quite the sensitivity, the conscientiousness, the level of detail.
We're on a different plane today, I think. We're going deep into the into the banana consciousness.
I accidentally bought a whole kilo of salted peanut butter the other day, and now I'm at a loss. I'm not sure what to do with it.
Wait, is there unsalted and salted peanut? Oh, I guess that there would be.
Yeah, I usually get it unsalted,
Oh yeah.
and I don't know if it's unusually salty or if I'm just so used to unsalted peanut butter. I'm not sure. Maybe I just need
I've
to
never
not
really
salt.
thought about it,
Yeah, I think
Maybe-
it's more
well,
commonly
yeah.
salted. I think.
but it doesn't feel. Oh yeah, no, maybe it is a bit salty. I'm kind of thinking about the difference between the more like, not organic, but like there's peanut butter that feels like it belongs in a health store, and then there's peanut butter
Yeah,
that belongs in Walmart.
yeah. The health
Uh,
store stuff is probably not
Yeah.
salted.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
that's more like what we get.
Yeah. And it's also emulsified. I like a peanut butter that's like a big, it's like a goop. It's like it's like a liquid, as opposed to something spreadable. I guess. I guess it's meant for toast, right? I think it's meant for toast. I just can't imagine peanut butter on toast. I feel like it's.
It gets like it's all in your upper gums and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's not.
But I know it's a
That's-
popular choice.
But it makes sense why people want like the jam on the peanut butter.
Oh yeah,
on
yeah.
top. Because then that kind of solves the problem a bit.
That's a
But
beautiful
it
thing.
is.
Is the jam and peanut butter.
Yeah.
But maybe that's what I should use it for. Maybe I should just have a separate peanut butter for P&B sandwiches. I know that's a bit wild, but I can make it work.
Well, what would differentiate it? What would you do to make it more applicable?
Applicable.
Applicable. More friendly. I don't
Friendly. What, the peanut butter?
know. Yes.
Bit of house training.
Yeah, they need it. Especially the crunchy.
The crunchy, yeah.
It's unruly peanut butter.
Yeah.
The banana verse, the unruly peanut butter. It's just all coming together. With the frog frock.
I think I do need to do I think we're coming to the end.
Every day is a learning day. So true. Yeah. I'm sorry I've been a little bit distracted today. We
Oh, that's alright.
had a game launch today and I'm just kind of...
Oh, I've got another knock on the door. Hang on one sec.
Oh, wait, what is this brown one? Is this a bear one? Wait, I've missed all of these. The one time that I'm not here, Louis makes all of these fashion dresses, all these beautiful dungaree dresses. How could this happen to me? I feel so I feel how could I go on vacation when this was happening? I can't believe this.
When what was happening?
When all these dresses were in creation.
This, I think it was an Alex stream. I think it was.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long ago it was now. That knock on the door was me having locked out Rachel from getting back in the house after I got my passport. Just in case anyone's wondering.
Oh yeah, because I think I remember you telling me you had your picture taken the
I
last...
did, and I look deathly. I probably shouldn't show it on stream.
Yeah, because it's kind of...
I'm eager to see what it looks like in the book. I'm hoping it'll somehow flatter me more.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had one time where I had a black and white picture, and because I'm so pale, it just my skin blended in with the rest of the. But it was flattering because there was no like, it was kind
no
of
blemishes.
well, not so blended in that I looked like that. The stretched out piece of skin in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Not that much, but.
Yeah, no, I sent it to the office, and they were like, this photo is like the computer says that you're too paid. Like I think it said there's not enough contrast between your face and the background, which sort of implies that I'm so pasty and white that.
Yeah, sorry, too white.
I clicked the please button. Just send it across anyway, and they accepted it, so it was alright in the end.
Yeah, at least I mean, it's a pretty common thing in the UK to be, you guys get a lot of not sun.
Yeah.
Not well. I say that, but then there's the heat wave, but it's an anomaly.
Yeah, particularly this year, it was a particularly cool summer. I think it was the same for you, wasn't it, compared to the rest of Europe? I think North Europe seemed to avoid it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was warm still. No, it was definitely, but it was mostly the start of the summer, I think, where it was really, really nice. Like early June. Then by the time I came back from vacation, it was just raining all the time.
Yeah. No,
and then we had like a flood thing. I mean, we
Mhm.
didn't personally have a flood, but the whole country is kind of like flood threatened.
Yeah. No, that sounds identical to the UK's summer, I think.
Yeah. We get all our sun in a 2-week window. Yeah, make sure you go outside.
I feel like that's not true most of the time, though. I feel like I don't know, usually it was unusual. Yeah, it was particularly unsunny this summer. But I remember last summer there was a lot of sun, and the summer before. I remember 2020 when there was COVID, we were locked down, and it was like really nice weather outside. I remember everybody being. I mean, to be fair, they were lifting restrictions at that time, but I remember there being this like irony, at least, that we couldn't enjoy it. Although then it turned out we should be going outside. Or opening windows or whatever. There was a lot of confusion at the start of it all, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Alright, I don't know if there's anything else that would be worth starting.
What coat can you speed run?
A speedrun coat. I don't want to start anything too new is the thing. I wanted to do like backs and fronts and whatnot.
Yeah, your least favorite.
My least favorite.
Or
yeah.
wait, you said no, not the fronts, just the backs, or no, the sides.
The sides,
it's
yeah,
the sides.
It's the sides.
The sides are the worst. Yeah,
I don't
okay.
like the sides.
I understand. I can see why you wouldn't like them.
This one came out pretty good. The froggy one wasn't so good. I need to.
No, I think the anorak was
I need to
really
come back
nice.
to that, but the anorak was okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we'll leave it there for this week.
Yeah.
No GeoGuessr, alas.
No GeoGuessr. It's
We've-
the end of an era.
The end of an era. But we'll be back.
Yeah.
When will we be
On
back?
the
On
3rd
the
of October.
October, blimey.
Yeah. Maybe maybe we should have a Halloween event at some
Spook
point. in
season, yeah.
October.
Are we?
Oh, wait.
Oh, we both saw that at the same time, didn't we?
Yeah.
So, oh no, wait. Yes, okay. So the stream, not
Yes.
next stream, or the stream after that, but the one after that will be on a Halloween.
It's on Halloween. Yeah.
That's cool.
We have to. We have to do something.
So we'll figure something out. I was just actually, I
We
pulled
have
up
the
the.
time.
Did we do this last time? Was the skeleton onesie? Was that the Halloween thing? I think it was. I just when we did this,
Oh yeah.
that could have been Halloween.
Yeah.
So we'll figure something.
Oh, hi Kenny. But as, uh, is it bad that I can tell that it's Kenny? I kind of just assumed.
I guess that's up to Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny could always lie and be like, "No, actually, it's not. It's someone else on the team."
He's on the wrong account. Okay, no worries. Well, what have we had? We've had Nightbot has just said join the Discord. So if you're
Yeah, join the Discord.
if you're not already in the Discord, hop in. We've got Jenny now asking weekly questions. What were we talking about last time? What we like to do in the autumn? I was talking about feeding pigs acorns.
Oh, is that like in the US they go like pumpkin picking
Mm.
or something,
Do
or
they?
apples or whatever. I don't know. But over there it's feeding pigs.
No, I think that's just me. They are cute. They are some cute pigs though. When they
Yeah.
come,
Oh,
when the little ones
corn
come hopping over for acorns. I did the
mazes.
double
You
take.
just think of pumpkin.
Pumpkin picking.
I don't know. I'm just basing myself on the Christian Girl Autumn icons.
They will skip through pumpkin patches.
It's just I'm 99% sure that going to pumpkin patches isn't a thing in Norway. They just kind of appear in the store when it's time, but we don't. It's not
Yeah,
an
I don't know
activity.
where the UK gets its pumpkins.
It must be imported. Yeah. All we get is cold weather and sometimes a nice pretty snowy Christmas. There's that.
Oh wow! Apparently we get our pumpkins from Kenya.
Really?
That can't be. Well, apparently, and then followed by Ghana. So I guess they grow in hot climates. They probably grow big
Huh.
in hot climates, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. 'Cause
No, hang on.
there are greenhouses.
I'm trying to learn to read here.
That's the thing.
Oh, wait. When did Kenya come up? Pumpkins imported to the United Kingdom. Ah, here we go. Sorry, no. Number 1 is Spain. Number 14 is Ghana. So we do 4%.
And I wanted to make a High School Musical 2 reference, and I didn't. And then it turns out it was Spain.
Wait, what's the reference?
It's like in the song where Sharpay. Isn't there a line where she said something's imported from Spain? Or am I?
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Because she rhymes it with Maine.
Ah, okay.
Lifeguards imported from Spain.
Lifeguards.
Yeah, not pumpkins. Close enough. Oh.
Oh no, wait, no, I'm still lying. Spain was the biggest. I'm learning to read data. We get most of ours from the United States.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because that's where the pumpkin patches are.
Yeah.
They got so many of them.
Hang on, am I still reading
They're
this? By
overproducing.
country, imported by country. Imported into the United States. Pumpkins imported into France. No, sorry. Okay. No. Okay, sorry. I'm still reading this wrong. No, it's the opposite. It's the opposite. The United States imports the most pumpkins of any other country. So they grow, or at least, right? So they... Does that make sense? They buy in the most
Yes.
pumpkins.
Oh, okay. But so they just appear out of, where do they come from then?
They come from
This is a very educational stream every
Yeah.
time.
Mexico, Canada, Costa Rica, Honduras, Dominican Republic.
All right.
So yeah, so I guess they grow big in hot countries. I think that's the main takeaway. So I should probably have had this graph on stream, but that's okay. So much pumpkin demand in the US. Yeah, I guess it's must be the biggest, because Halloween's kind of an American thing, isn't it? Or at least I grew up being told that.
Yeah.
And so they're probably all into the pumpkin carving and whatnot, an aesthetic of it all. And it's sort of, I think it's picking up elsewhere, but still biggest in the United States would be my guess.
That makes sense.
But it must have come from somewhere. I doubt they've always imported the pumpkins, and they might still be the biggest.
Could you imagine if all the pumpkin patches, like they're just a shell, like they just every year they import the pumpkins and they just place them there so that you can think the government is lying. Pumpkin Gate. It's real.
That's how big pumpkin gets you.
Oh.
Never fall for the tricks of big pumpkin. It's the best
Welcome
holiday.
to the stream. I hope you learned a lot.
I would imagine it's the biggest per capita pumpkin consumer. Can we find that out? Here we go. Biggest pumpkin consumer country. Maybe I will.
I also want to look up country with the most
gonna be America, isn't
influencers. India has the most social media influencers with over 10 million.
Highest consumption is China. Sorry, what was your stat?
Which country has the most social media influencers?
And it's what?
Because of course the Instagram falls into the pumpkins.
Mm.
It's India, with the US as second,
That is
and then
interesting.
Thailand, then Brazil, Vietnam, Russia, and it's yeah.
Oh, we got a bot. Who bans bots these days? I don't know.
It's me.
We need to compare per how many people live in the countries too. Good. Yes, per capita. That's true. My bad.
Pumpkin math. Girl math.
Ukrainians
Girl math.
is the highest per capita. That kind of makes sense.
Oh.
Maybe. Then they have a lot
Yeah.
of.
I guess pumpkins also don't just mean like the orange.
Yes, it could be
pumpkins,
goods.
right?
Oh, here we go. Per
Yeah.
capita pumpkin, squash, and goods consumption. So yeah, can you really include squash and stuff in that? Maybe it's tricky. Maybe the line of like a pumpkin and a good and a squash is quite.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's like the whole like using pumpkins for like literally eating, and then there's the using pumpkins for Halloween reasons. So I guess they would be two different statistics as well. There's a lot to consider in this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start hedging our bets on pumpkins. Buy some stocks.
We should invest there.
I wonder what the impact on pumpkin economy on climate change. Probably not that much. Or I suppose how much does a
Well,
water
they have to import them
use-
so much.
True, but it's what's it
It has
called
to
with
be,
the
Like footprints, carbon.
no, but it's like
No.
it's like technically some things it's actually more efficient to have grown it elsewhere and then
Oh.
imported it than, you know what I mean, because of
Yeah.
like comparative
Yeah.
advantage and whatnot, economic terms. Water use, yeah, I think water use is probably the big thing. I mean, you know, if there wasn't the demand for pumpkins, then it would probably be less impact on the climate. But it might be less efficient to grow them nearby. I think. Possibly. I don't know. Pumpkins need... Oh, I don't know what that is. I need like a comparison. Do pumpkins need a lot of water?
Is this just going to be like, how often do you?
Yeah, I
to
think it
water
is,
your
yeah.
pumpkin?
This is a quite a weird thing though. Water use. Pumpkin pollution is a problem. This is from the National Geographic.
Ooh.
Like a jack-o'-lantern, if you even know what that is. Do we know what a jack-o'-lantern
Oh
is?
wow. Oh no, I'm so sorry, honey. It's all downhill from
Oh.
here. I think you're going into depressing territory for being excited for Halloween.
Yeah, true. I think the conclusion is if you want to be eco about it, is that you should like use locally grown, not necessarily pumpkins, but like goods and things.
Yeah, and composting. Like, do people know?
Yeah, true. Compost your pumpkins. Please Google it, lol. I need a jack-o'-lantern reacts. What? We know what
Oh,
a
I
jack-o'-lantern
think-
is. Is that what
We
you
haven't
mean?
had that.
Wait, we could do the thing, you know, when they're like person listens to Bohemian Rhapsody for the first time, react. Here we go.
Not quite.
Oh, what? It keeps it. Whoa, this is a conspiracy. I type J and it comes up with Just Eat. Do you reckon they paid for that?
Ooh.
I literally couldn't not type Just Eat.
Is it because your cursor was on the? No. that's-
Wait, what? Is this a jack-o'-lantern?
Whoa.
Whoa!
I never knew.
That
I
is
thought
the,
they were literal lanterns.
Yeah, that is
but
the
I guess
coolest
they kind
thing.
of are. That's so smart. So, like,
it's
the
the
light
coolest
goes
thing
in
I've
there?
ever seen. The light goes in there. And what is that? Is
Oh
that
my
a
god.
is that a cutout on the top? That's kind of scary too. That's pretty scary.
Yes, you just like can cut off like the top of your head.
Wait, and it can be things other than faces? There's some cool faces here, guys.
Oh, there's a cat.
I genuinely can't tell if the other thing. I'm trying to think if we call them jack-o'-lanterns where we're from.
Yeah,
Pumpkin.
I mean,
Pumpkin carving. Do we call it a jack-o'-lantern though? I'm trying to think, or is that an American term? British English. It's plain pumpkin.
hmm.
We always call them pumpkin lanterns. I don't think that's true. I don't,
It's just
I
you,
don't think
bestie.
no one's ever said that. Sorry, we were being. No, we do know what jack-o'-lanterns are. Sorry, I was pretending it was like because I don't think people in those videos are listening to Bohemian Rhapsody for the first time.
Also, I understand the need for the filter. Yeah, no, the thing is though, like, American culture is just like so bled out into everything that it's hard to miss anything basically.
Yeah.
Because the internet is very America centered as well, and just media in general, like obviously, like, you know, like for example, like The Nightmare Before Christmas has Jack in it, right? So like,
I think there's even a jack-o'-lantern in the game, in the Garden Paths files.
we
Jack-
have to go full circle now.
I don't think I've drawn it yet.
But is it called Pumpkin Lantern?
Yes, prop lantern Jack O.
Oh, Jack O.
So there you go.
What would a more Norway-centered internet look like? Honestly, I don't know, because I don't think that I know of any country that is in the same way that the US is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Someone sees a jack-o'-lantern for the first time. All right, guys, we've done well. We've covered a lot of ground this stream.
We have.
We've got lots to look forward to.
in-
Maybe I'll
tune
do
in
the
on the
jack-o'-lantern
3rd.
for the and the third.
Yeah.
I could do the
Yeah.
jack-o'-lantern for the 31st. We'll book that in exciting times. If I've not drawn it already, I don't think I have.
Like do we have like a hat? Like a pumpkin
Oh,
hat?
a pumpkin hat. I don't think we do. Although
yeah,
I don't
like
think
you can be the jack-o'-lantern.
you can be the jack-o'-lantern. I think I need to stick to what's in the game's files at the moment, alas.
Yeah,
So
we're expanding too fast. So
we are.
it's going too far.
Yeah, special jack-o'-lantern drawing stream in just over a month. So something to
yeah,
something to
Halloween
hold your
is
breath
right
for.
around the corner.
Right around the corner.
But our next stream will be on the 3rd, so it's every other Tuesday.
Oh yes, and Doodles, do let me know how your first toe dipping into Godot goes. And like I said, if you ever want any help, just shoot me a message. Yeah, new outfits, banana merch, and now we know what the highest pumpkin per capita country. Although I'm still a bit skeptical on that because it included squashes and gourds. So
yeah, we'll have to get
investigate
clarification
yeah.
from the pumpkin council.
From Carrot Cake on Instagram, X, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. Give us a follow. Follow on Twitch as well if you're not already.
Wishlist on Steam.
Oh yeah, and wishlist on Steam because the numbers always
Most
help.
importantly.
Yeah, probably. I always forget that one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, give us a boost. But no, thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, thanks so much.
As always, looking forward to the next one.
Yeah.
In
see you in
2 weeks' time.
In a little bit.
In a little bit.
In a little bit. I'm like, in a week.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah, have a good evening, afternoon, morning, night, wherever you might be. Take care, everyone. And we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.